They say that the number one is lonely, perched alone at the top. But would it truly feel so solitary if it had a companion by its side? The rules never claimed that being number one meant you had to be alone. While it's true that reaching the top demands tireless effort, some would argue that the ascent is a solitary endeavor. Navigating that height can be far more rewarding when you have others to share the journey with. Sharing the burdens along the journey to the top can pave the way for collective success in achieving our goals, dreams, and aspirations. While some effortlessly find companions to support them, others face challenges in their search for assistance. And yet, there are those who opt to navigate this path alone, unaware of the countless allies who stand ready to help. However, it is essential for some to realize that true success is built on the foundations of time and patience. This is Tulcan, a young male Torvosaurus. Throughout his whole life, he has known only success and victory. Being an only child has afforded him the full attention of his parents, enabling him to grow up strong and quickly. They deliberately chose a location abundant in resources, rich with prey and nourishment, to nurture him. Their collaborative efforts have made the journey of raising their son a fulfilling and seamless experience. Although Tulcan is still young, his life is on the verge of a dramatic transformation. As a Torvosaurus, a formidable predator typically found in small family groups, he faces a crucial turning point. Young males like Tulcan are often expelled by their fathers upon reaching the age of 4, and unfortunately, this marks his 5th year. The family savors a few tranquil days together, unaware that Tulcan's life is about to be turned upside down forever. Weeks have gone by, and he has transitioned into a subadult, filled with an insatiable hunger. The pursuit of prey has become a daunting challenge, for it turns out that hunting for oneself is far more difficult than it seems. Prey doesn't simply fall at his feet, like the effortless meals his parents once placed before him. Cast away from his father's territory, he finds himself in unfamiliar lands, lost and unsure of how to track down his next meal. The world appears vastly larger than the one he once knew in his childhood. Despite his lack of experience, his keen senses allow him to catch a faint scent of something in the air. Carrion. It may never rival the taste of fresh meat, yet it's a step above starvation. With no other choice, he fills his stomach with the decaying flesh, a reluctant meal that will have to suffice. Though Tulcan is growing, he remains vulnerable to the dangers that surround him. Among them is the formidable giant tortoise, which sees no regard for Tulcan's size. To it, he is merely an unwelcome intruder in its domain. Life is bound to be challenging without mom and dad. Everything feels 100 times harder. Yet, Tulcan must forge ahead. By next morning, he is awake and ready for the day. He is still hungry. His rotten meal wasn't very filling, but he is ready to change that. As a young carnivore in the midst of growth, he requires a steady supply of food to meet the demands of his developing body. Since hunting alone has proven unsuccessful, his next logical step is to seek out a fellow Torvosaurus to join forces with. After several months of growth, Tulcan has evolved into a formidable hunter, now showcasing the striking hues of his adult colors and markings. This significant milestone has heralded another triumph in his journey. He has successfully found a companion in a fellow Torvosaurus. This older male, burdened by the challenges of age, finds renewed strength through Tulcan's youthful vigor. Together, they form a perfect alliance. One brings the wisdom of experience, while the other contributes unmatched speed and endurance, creating a harmonious partnership that enhances their hunting prowess. They collaborate seamlessly as harmonious hunting partners, perfectly coordinated in their pursuit of sustenance. This time, the situation unfolds unexpectedly. A nimble-footed Camptosaurus, a small herbivore, nips at the ankles of the pair, effectively diverting their attention from the true target. With lightning-fast reflexes, it skillfully evades the predators before they can close in. This clever distraction provides its herd mate the perfect opportunity to make a swift escape. Tired, the duo takes a moment to rest. They realize they need to find something to eat, yet the possibilities are as vast as their own limits. Some goals loom too large, while others simply aren't worth the exertion. Yet before long, they discover that they are on others' menus. A pack of Ceratosaurus have found them. Typically, these smaller predators tend to steer clear of the formidable Torvosaurus. However, when united in numbers, their courage swells, emboldening them to confront any challenge. The pack channels their efforts toward the older male, whose reflexes have dulled compared to Tulcan's. Despite this, he valiantly strives to shield his partner from harm. Yet it is too late. The older male succumbs. The Ceratosaurus feasts upon Tulcan's partner, leaving him with scars and a new understanding of the world's harsh realities. However, Tulcan's troubles are far from over. A pair of Cryolophosaurus have discovered him, and these predators are far more formidable than any pack of Ceratosaurus. Armed with needle-like teeth and powerful claws, they possess the ability to bring a swift and agonizing end to Tulcan. Though he may lack experience in self-defense, he is far from helpless. Instinctively, he positions himself so that his attackers cannot flank, compelling them to confront his formidable jaws if they wish to overpower. Surrendering to death is simply not on his to-do list. Though his opponents unleash powerful kicks, he remains resolute and unmoving, standing strong against the onslaught. Just when they least expect it, he surges forward, catching them off guard. This unexpected move shifts the tide of the battle, turning the attackers into the ones under assault. He has triumphed. One Cryolophosaurus has fallen. This is a monumental victory for Tulcan, and a feast awaits him. After such a fierce battle, he requires a substantial meal to replenish his strength and aid in his recovery. Months have gone by, and Tulcan has fully embraced adulthood. No longer a novice, he has evolved into a skilled hunter, rarely experiencing hunger. The surrounding landscape has become his domain, where he masterfully strategizes and executes his hunts with unmatched expertise. This impressive display of skill has not gone unnoticed. A female has joined him. Female Torvosaurus are larger than their male counterparts and notoriously selective. Clearly, Tulcan is doing something right to capture her attention. Accompanied by a potential mate, Tulcan understands that he must do everything in his power to guarantee their success. He meticulously plans the hunts, while she trails closely behind, ever ready to learn. Always 2 steps ahead in his strategy, Tulcan embodies the instinctive drive of a male Torvosaurus, whose heightened killer instinct surpasses that of females. Thus, his relentless eagerness to hunt is not merely a choice, it is a fundamental aspect of his very nature. As twilight descends, Tulcan meticulously strategizes his approach to the evening's feast. Drawing upon the contours of the terrain and the symphony of sounds from the surrounding wildlife, he stealthily advances, poised to pounce on his unsuspecting prey. In perfect synchrony, his partner swiftly joins the chase, ready to assist in their hunt. Their selected target attempts a desperate escape, plunging into the water, but Tulcan pursues relentlessly. closing in with unwavering determination. Upon reaching the far bank of the river, Tulcan employs his remarkable eyesight to locate their elusive target gliding through the water. They patiently bide their time, waiting for the moment it ventures across the river. As soon as it does, the chase resumes with fervor. Swiftly, they close the distance, determined to seize their chosen prey. One day, as the duo roams the landscape, they stumble upon an abandoned nest. Though they are both adults, they are puzzled by this curious collection of sticks and leaves, its significance eluding them. To them, it holds no meaning. Instead, their curiosity drives them to seek out its owner, hoping to get an easy meal. But as they search, only silence greets them, prompting the pair to continue their journey, leaving the mystery behind. Later that day, the duo set out to hunt, but their prey is ever vigilant. Tulcan focused intently, striving to stealthily approach, yet the sparse landscape offered scant concealment. For them, being seen is a far more favorable outcome. Their selected prey is a herd of Eotriceratops, towering herbivores adorned with magnificent colossal horns. As the two move on, their gaze is captured by the rustling bushes nearby. Just as they contemplate what might have stirred within, an immense force crashes into them. A spectral apparition of a Tyrannosaurus Rex lunges at them, its ethereal presence both terrifying and mesmerizing. That strikes like deep after their fierce battles. Despite their relentless struggle, the weight of this defeat leaves an indelible ache within him. Tulcan cries out in anguish over the loss of his mate, yet he knows that his mission to survive must continue, despite the heartache. Though he has lost his mate, his hunting partner, and his path to success, he must continue to persevere. But now, it is not just for himself. He carries the legacy of his fallen companion. Together, they have nurtured a hatchling, a testament to their bond, and it is for this offspring that he now pushes forward. Tulcan, as a first-time father, finds himself navigating the unfamiliar waters of parenthood, grappling with the challenges of nurturing his young. Yet, he possesses a spirit of resilience and a profound sense of understanding. Deep down, he recognizes that without his guidance, this vulnerable creature may struggle to thrive in the harsh realities of the world. Most male Torvosaurus who learn the art of parenting through the experience of their mates, Tulcan has to find his own path and discover the ways to protect and raise his hatchling alone. On today's agenda, we have two important lessons. First up, the art of foraging for food. Lesson 2, knowing that you have few friends but many, many foes. Concavenators, swift and cunning predators, are masters at hunting hatchlings. Tulcan must swiftly secure his precious young one, finding a safe refuge while bravely fending off the relentless assailants. Yet his hatchling has unwittingly placed itself in a perilous position, exposed on the edge of a sheer cliff. Tulcan can do little in this precarious situation. He valiantly strives to fend off the assailants while carefully avoiding any harm to his precious offspring. Though his son finds itself in a precarious position, the situation may not be as straightforward as it seems. Much like his father, he possesses the skill to navigate his surroundings, staying just out of reach of threats around him. Meanwhile, his father, still fending off their pursuers, carries a deep concern for their predicament. Ironically, it is this very innocence of the offspring that could hold the key to their salvation. With that, we conclude today's lessons. The duo refreshes themselves with water and tends to their wounds, completely unaware that unseen eyes are observing their every move. A formidable Dinosaurus emerges, launching a fierce attack on the pair. This colossal crocodile is known for its insatiable appetite, devouring anything that ventures close to the water's edge. With its thick armor and formidable jaws, this presents a challenge for Tulcan. Yet he and his hatchling join forces to confront this threat. A few days have slipped by, and Tulcan finds himself alone. He mourns the loss of his son, taken from him in the fierce battle against the giant crocodile. While the pain of losing his mate was profound, the agony of losing his offspring cuts even deeper. He remains motionless, frozen in grief, with a heart heavy and aching from the void left behind. He awakens, his heart still feeling hollow, yet there remains one part of him he longs to fill, his stomach. With hunger clamoring for attention, he rises to his feet and sets off in search of sustenance. He manages to find something to alleviate his hunger. Some bones will suffice, better than starving. Tulcan's body is beginning to show the signs of aging. Now in his mid-20s, he is slipping past the prime of his life. His skin bears the marks of countless battles, a tapestry of scars and bruises, while injuries like broken bones heal at a slower pace. Time is catching up with him, and the road ahead will only grow more challenging. If he continues to face these trials in solitude, he risks never achieving the success he yearns for. A few days later, as he wanders through the vast landscapes, Tulcan finds himself enveloped in a world of vibrant green. Rolling hills stretch endlessly before him, adorned with lush vegetation, an ideal setting for a predator to craft the perfect ambush. A successful ambush. With fresh meat now in him and his energy reserves back to full power, his prospects are looking decidedly brighter. Tulcan is once again on the prowl, meticulously plotting his next move. With age has come wisdom, and he now carefully selects his target, recognizing that with his older age, chasing and wrestling his prey is much harder than it used to be. Before he can take action, he senses a low vibration pulsing through the ground, an intriguing call beckoning him. Compelled by curiosity, he sets out to investigate. two young Torvosauruses, their calls echoing through the air as they guarded a fresh kill at their feet. He stands towering over the two youngsters, who instinctively yield to his commanding presence. Tulcan swiftly claims his role as the leader of this pack, and the young ones accept it without hesitation. But first things first, they must seek out food to sustain Tulcan, and he knows exactly the perfect target. A kill. This first hunt as a pack forges an unbreakable bond among them, as they learn to recognize one another's scents and calls. If they remain united, they can become an unstoppable force. For Tulcan, this is an ideal scenario. As an experienced elder, he can harness the youthful speed and stamina of the younger members to relentlessly pursue prey, while he brings the wisdom and strength needed for the final strike. With this energy in play, Tulcan's prospects have never looked brighter. And in the following months, they become a formidable force to be reckoned with. They take on a diverse array of challenges as they ascend to the top of the food chain. They face a variety of challengers. Some are big. Some are small. But ultimately, they all succumb to the overwhelming power of Tulcan and his pack. One thing the pack truly excels is the pursuit of Stegosaurus, which has become a fundamental part of their diet. Under Tulcan's leadership, The pack bravely faces the challenge of taking down heavily armored tanks adorned with formidable spikes. The Stegosaurus, equipped with a powerful tail crowned by meter-long spikes, proves to be a daunting adversary. Nevertheless, the pack demonstrates unwavering determination as they strive to overcome this formidable foe. They honed their hunting skills to such perfection that the local population began to drop. Their remarkable success has caught the attention of other carnivores, who now trail the pack, eager to partake in the bounty. Some, however, are more intent on claiming the feast for themselves. Nevertheless, they are thriving. The young ones have matured into strong adults, having gained invaluable wisdom under Tulcan's guidance. They are determined to maintain their success and choose to stay together. Tulcan and his pack have risen to the pinnacle of the ecosystem, a feat that remains a mere dream for many predators of his age. Yet, he has turned that dream into a remarkable reality. Now in his 30s, Tulcan has surpassed the lifespan of most of his kind. Yet he is still going strong. Though he may be older, his spirit remains vibrant and his determination unbreaking. Surrounded by his loyal pack, he might still have a few more years ahead and perhaps even raise a true family of his own. Yet, the most profound lesson he has learned is that being at the top is far from lonely. If you liked the video, leave a comment and subscribe. Come on now, just do it. Press that red button. You know you want to. Fine. Let's make a deal. If you hit the button and I won't leave frogs in your air vents, deal? It could be a lot worse, you know that, right? I could unleash a horde of fat, slimy eels in your living room. I'll do it. Don't tempt me. I'll put some in your pillow and your socks. Actually, I'll just heat up your pillow so there is no cool side of it. That's right. I'm that evil when I want to be. Hold on. Did you do those push-ups yet?